So what we thought we'd do is review a whole range of Kyosho cars which are designed to go from complete entry level, like complete noob for nitro stuff, and then step you through in each video the next stage up. And Rico here, as somebody who's not really had much experience with nitro stuff, is going to unbox the cars, have a look through them, and see if he finds the instructions and how everything goes together intuitive, as someone who hasn't had much experience with it. So the car we're going to be reviewing today is the Kyosho Neo Inferno 3.0 four-wheel drive nitro racing buggy, and it comes in a ready set. We're looking at the orange one. The retail price on it is $5.99. A little bit more expensive than some of the cheaper end nitro cars, but you'll see as we review it exactly why that is. So okay, it comes completely ready to go except for transmitter batteries,
which go in one of these.
And receiver batteries, I should say, yeah.
Yes, by all means, run your nitro with AA batteries in here, but they are not the best idea in the world for a nitro car. And the reason is, if those batteries go flat while you're running, there's no power to the throttle servo to shut the carburetor, and there is the potential for a runaway, and we don't like runaways in this shop. We've only had one, and we nearly killed several members of the public, which was awkward. If you buy one of these, on the other hand, this fits into the same size hole as a 4-point battery box. It is a lithium polymer 2700 milliamp hour receiver pack. You can charge it relatively easy through the balance port, and you'll get like 1 billion hours runtime out of this, rather than whatever the runtime is on pencil batteries that we just found in the drawer. Okay, switch.
Switch.
On.
Don't we need a remote?
I suppose we could. Let's have a look at the remote.
Remote.
Do you want to have
we'll trade cars over.
Where's the Knife? There you go.
Remote feels nice. Actually feels really nice in the hand. A little bit of rubberized grip at the back, so it shouldn't slide out of your hand. And power switches at the rear.
Thanking you.
Well, there's one.
So probably worth bearing that in mind if you've never run one of these before. You probably need to unzip tie the suspension.
That's so unusual that they zip tight the suspension. Not a lot of do.
Rebounce test.
Bouncy test.
Oh, look at that. Camera jolts and everything. Brilliant.
Awesome.
Right.
We'd have an overhead view, but somebody screwed up with the batteries on the camera, i.e. me. I'll take responsibility for my mistakes, unlike some people.
Yeah, no.
All right.
This car is not full race spec. It is a introductory level car, and the reason you know that is simple things like, although it's got completely adjustable collars on the shocks are plastic instead of alloy. You have got adjustable camber links on the rear. It should be, for a full race spec buggy, you'd have what's called a sway bar in the back here, which you haven't got on this one. That's like a tuning aid which you would use on more advanced track setups. Moving over to the front of the car, you've got 3 differentials, 1, 2 and 3. You can change the oils in the differentials for handling characteristics. No, there's no sway bar on the front either, so that's good to note. If you want to do an upgrade on this, a sway bar set would be useful. The 2 servos that come with it are KS5031-09 MWs. Now, I'm not sure what spec they are. What we'll do is we'll find out what spec they are and put it up on the screen. Probably.
Fantastic.
Everything's plastic, which, except for the chassis, which is aluminium. I would probably say that for a beginner car, that's a really good thing, because chassis plastics flex rather than snap or bend. Or bend. So they still will snap if you hit things hard enough. That'll be a 125cc capacity tank, which is industry standard, so that if you did want to race this car, you're not allowed to have a larger tank than that, so that everyone's using the same amount of fuel. It's got disc brakes, front and rear. We very
very often get people bringing nitro cars into the store and they're like, oh, it doesn't run, or we've only just bought it, we got like 2 tanks out of it, chat. Same story every time. And the one thing I can guarantee, before they've even shown me the car, come from AliExpress, the engines in them are garbage and they're not tunable, they don't hold a tune, there's air leaks everywhere, everything's made out of cheap plastic monkey metal rubbish. And when that happens, it puts people off nitro forever. And it's frustrating as anything for me, because if you get something like this from the get-go, spend a little bit more, it is a little bit more, but the engine will hold its tune. It will start when it's supposed to start and it will go beautifully.
Right, so then is there just a simple running procedure? So, we're idling on the pit lane. Rico's going up onto the driver's stand. Remember to drive safely, Rico. It says so right there. Oh, she's dusty. She's a bit loose. That is a very, very rich sounding motor. We've leaned off the low speed about half a turn, and we've leaned off the high speed a little bit. We're going to now do another tank of running, and it should be a little bit more punchy. Given it a little bit of a leaner top end, and I think we've gone a bit aggressive on the bottom end, so we just gave it an 1/8 of a turn more fuel at the bottom end. The idle's sitting pretty, it returns to idle nicely, so Rico's now going to go and abuse the crap out of it again for another 5 minutes.
A big thank you for the people at Kyosho for actually having a fantastic product, a very beginner-friendly product that, you know, you don't have to be afraid of running. I think that's the takeaway from here. It is a simple working product. You don't need to be overthinking it. And you know, if this is your entry into nitro, into racing, I think this is a good start. It is actually one of the best starts because it just works.
And everyone says that electric buggies are easier, but nitro's the glory, right? Nitro is the glory.